This is it. Pre-ordered this from EE. My brand new contract phone. Pixel 6 Pro. Cloudy white, 6.7 inch, 128GB of internal storage. I'm a bit gutted that they didn't do a 256 version. But hey ho, this colour looks great. Now today, we are getting up close and personal with the Pixel 6 Pro. So slightly gutted there is no, oh, we'll look at these tabs, aren't we? Yeah, gutted that there's no charger in here. I sold my Pixel 5 earlier this year because I didn't like it. And wow, here we go. The Pixel 6 Pro. Look at that camera housing. That's something, isn't it? That is absolutely something. Ooh. Yes, I've got gloves on, so I'm not feeling skin to phone. Oh yeah. But still, that feels like a bar of chocolate. Absolutely beautiful. Lovely, glossy rails. I've heard a lot about the clicky buttons. They feel good. Wow. Now let's just put that there a minute. Yeah, disappointing we haven't got a charger in here. Like I said, I sold the Pixel 5 because just didn't do it for me. The Pixel 5 was a disappointment. But yeah, Type-C cable. We have a USB adapter there. And a manual. That's it. So let's take a close look at this. Okay, so you just got up close and personal with the Pixel 6 Pro. I have just been out and about with this actually. I've took my car for an MOT. Here's a few things I'd like to look at. So we're in 4K on the Pixel 6 Pro. I've just seen this thing in the settings, speech improvement. Let's cross this road. I think it's going to cancel out lots of noise in the background. So now speech enhancement is on the Pixel 6 Pro. on the front facing camera, so lots of cars are driving by. So this is 4K. Looks really, really nice. The skies are so blue. I've just got this phone today, and I just took my car for an MOT, which is going to fail. So, but perfect time to test the Pixel 6 Pro. This is arm's length. Cool. So let's try it this way round now. Landscape. What's the stabilisation doing? We're in 4K. Still got the speech enhancer on there as well. Yeah. Just see what we get. I'm liking it so far. So this is 4K 60. There's no microphone or speech enhancer on the rear, which I suppose sort of makes sense. When you're doing selfie, you're talking to the camera more. Normally, but I don't know. Yeah, 4K 60, standard stabilisation enabled as well. Yeah, it looks absolutely beautiful on this. So I'm not comparing it to any other phone at the moment. This is just purely Pixel 6 Pro material. I've seen videos comparing it to the iPhone 13, and they look very, very close. It's a close call. This is one of the things that I wanted Google to nail this time, was video. And it is looking really nice. That stabilisation is buttery smooth. It's now at 1080p 60 frames per second, and it's normal stabilisation. Now there is ultra wide on here. It's not 0.5, it's 0.7, so it's not the widest of ultra wides. I think I should be able to change to it now, actually. From here while recording. There we go. So it's popped out there a little bit. Obviously check the corners and stuff. Normally the corners start to distort, don't they, on some phones. But this is looking nice. Nice footage. Now, one thing I've noticed while taking photos and stuff from out here is the processing takes a little bit of time. You're waiting there like a second or so for the processing to actually finish. But after that, it looks amazing. And one thing that is true, like in preview mode, there's a little bit of noise there, but I'm guessing when I take it, it's going to process and look crispy. And it does. High contrast, lots of detail, really nice. Video, any noise on the preview? I'm a little bit sweaty because I've been walking ages. Stop that. Now that's recording video. A couple of seconds. Now that's recording. It's just, it took a little bit of time to process, so I'm in portrait mode. Let's do a portrait shot. So that's clipped it, and let's go look at the processing. There we go, look. I did that last time. That all messed up. That was the previous shot that eventually processed. There we go. It's processed. Oh, look at that. Not quite. That is not on my head. I love how contrasty it looks. It's maybe a little bit dark. Could be a little bit brighter. But wow. Pixel, pixel. So I've just turned developer options on, and you can click show refresh rate. So it keeps dropping to 60, then 120. 60. What about when I start moving it? Yeah, so as soon as you start touching the screen, it goes to 120 pretty much, and you can also force the refresh rate. So now that's forced at 120 all the way through. Take it off. So when you're not interacting with the screen, it drops down to 60. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so it's very early days at the moment, but I'm absolutely loving the Pixel 6 Pro. Been probably using it for a few hours, obviously compared to people who've had it for a couple of weeks now. But we've got smooth display on there, 60 to 120 Hertz refresh rate. I've actually got it in dark mode at the moment, and I normally use light mode, but I'm actually going to see if I can get used to dark mode. I do prefer light mode normally. But yeah, getting used to this. I mean, the build quality and design reminds me of the Huawei P40 Pro, which I had quite recently. I bought one because I thought I'd be able to get to grips with the Huawei App Store and stuff, but I couldn't, so I sold it. But yeah, the curved screen feels premium. It is premium. It's unbelievably sexy. This lovely white colour. Like I said, I'd love to have a 256GB version, but I'll have to use cloud storage if I do, if I do run out. But yeah, I like to, with most of my phones, I really like to get up close and have a look at all the curves, the corners, and how beautiful it looks. Because it's beautiful. I've got huge hands, 6.7 inches. And like Marquez said on his video as well, this is perfectly placed. So I'm holding like that and it sort of rests on my finger there. I do wish though that it had a fingerprint sensor on the side or the back, because what am I doing here? There we go. That's I have to tap to wake it up. Okay. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like in-screen fingerprint sensors. I don't like it. Disappointing. 5,000 milliamp battery in this beast. Marques Brownlee said his battery life was poor. Was it over 3.5 hours screen on time? But then I think Mr. Who's the Boss said battery life was excellent on the Pixel 6 Pro. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. But yeah, at the moment, guys, it's absolutely stunning. The camera setup as well. I'm not comparing it to anything at the moment, but in its own right, the camera system on this is excellent, truly amazing, fantastic. Stabilization. You've got great stabilization options there as well. Like I said in the video clip, processing seems to take like a couple of seconds, sometimes freezes. So there are a couple of things that do need ironing out on this. But my God, it's premium, and the haptics are beautiful. I absolutely love the haptics. It's nice and tight. It's really, really good. Fantastic feedback. Love it. So I've just downloaded device info just to double check a few of the specs. Obviously, their own CPU, the Tensor chip. So they've moved away from Snapdragon, so we're in their own right, like Apple have their own chip. They have Snapdragon and obviously Tensor for Google. So Samsung do have Exynos, but that is frowned upon for some people, but especially when they're releasing one device with one chip for Americans and a different chip for like Europeans. It's not right, it's not fair. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how this operates. It's 8 cores. You can see the separate clusters there and the clock speeds. So far, it's been fine. 1440p resolution display as well, and this display is absolutely gorgeous. It really is. Something that, if I remember correctly, the Pixel 5 didn't really have a stereo speaker setup at the front, or it wasn't equal anyway. Here we have front-facing stereo speakers, the full setup. They sound beautiful, those speakers do. Absolutely gorgeous. And the Android 12 looks, it's so smooth, so clean, the rounded icons. Something that Marquez did sort of touch upon was the having to turn the Wi-Fi off or your mobile internet. you're having to do it sort of twice. Why they didn't just have Wi-Fi and mobile data separate, I don't know. So yeah, if you turn in Wi-Fi off, you're gonna have to click that, and then you're gonna have to click that there. So double the work. Hopefully they'll change that in an update or something. But yeah, this is my first look at the Pixel 6 Pro. I will be comparing it to the Pixel 5. I know I did sell my previous Pixel 5, but Vodafone are sending me a Pixel 5 just to compare the cameras to the Pixel 6 Pro. Mainly the still images, to see how far they have come. You can tell straight away the video has improved somewhat on the Pixel 6 Pro. So yeah, thank you all very much for watching, guys. If you like this content, then please do consider subscribing, smash that like button, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.